check here somewhere in the podcast. You must play Bad Habits, the remix, and Dafa.
Okay,
Those are the two.
can do that. Question.
We speak about producers also and how they own. Nice, man.
Wait, I want to talk about that. Got quite a mouthful.
You just can talk about it. I mean,
Sorry.
shit's already shitting, you know what I mean? We're really recording. Is this the highest we can sit?
No, this is the lowest I can sit. I'm sure.
Nah,
Me
this
too.
is
Make it higher.
Is it?
This is a podcast, friends. Oh, not at your mama's house.
Fit. What do I make this thing higher?
I don't know. Maybe you got the Dutchie. Just lift your ass.
Shit. I went to just eating it down.
You know, but I mean, it's because you were heavyweight. Heavyweight rapper instead. King of the
I'll
world.
wait some days for it.
Bro, what do you think about that Francis and Ghana fight? Did you watch it?
Crazy.
Didn't
Fuck,
watch it
bro.
now.
He
There's
won.
some with it.
Yeah, bro. Like I literally posted after my Insta this morning. He knocked him down, bro. To me, like more damage, the more engaging fighter, the knockdown. And also, like to have a split decision against the lineal heavyweight champ of the world, maybe like not the boxer.
Yo, what does that say for all the other boxers, man, bro? Ghana really is that nigga?
I had. This is how long ago I last shot something for the Dangerzone. I don't even know where.
It's episode 10. That's the last one.
Now, this is episode 10.
Oh, but
So
what?
we
Oh, the
are-
one is just a 5-minute thing, like the special round clipping.
What's this now?
That 5-minute special. You said the Dangerzone special. Shot outdoors somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a 5-7 minute.
That doesn't, I don't think I count that. Can count that as an episode.
I feel you. So this is episode 10.
This is episode 10. Oh, did you count all the episodes? Did you
No,
watch
I
them?
was just reading like who was there, reading the comments, listening to like parts of them, but I watched mostly of the Mikey one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
commented on that one.
Did you see any of the other ones?
Pardon me?
Did you see any of the other ones?
The one with what is that? King, what's his name? The light skinned dude.
Crinkles.
Yeah, King
Oh, King
Clutch.
Clutch.
That's another one that I just.
That was a funny one. Yeah, I like that.
He's really like
Found it.
he looks easy, man.
Nah, he's true.
Karana was like,
You're gonna say something?
What did I want to ask now? It's gonna come to me, huh?
we'll smoke about that later, man.
Yeah, let's smoke about it. A gang wave since we're here with another podcast. KWAAI Media's back at it again. The Dangerzone. I am your brew, the culture. Since this time, I'm sitting with two homies of mine that I go way back with.
Sure.
Since you know what's up. It's been a minute. I'm glad I'm here with these homies. So please, without no further ado, just show love to my brother. I got Goodstuff. I got Harleylujah with me. You know what's up. The collective is in the hizzer. I don't even
Collective
think I get
for
it right. I don't say hizzer.
No, bro, it's nice to see you. Like, I feel like it's really fitting.
Yeah.
The three of us being here, all being dropouts from this exact institution, right?
Look how you jump straight there first.
Like my bro.
Gang,
You know?
bro. And this is
that's kind of tricky for me.
Holly. You did touch on this. You wanted to go full circle. So yeah, we are here back at UWC. Where I met the homie Holly. I met Goodstuff. Yeah, as well. I met you. I remember meeting Goodstuff by the cricket field.
Cricket, guarantee.
By the cricket field. That's
Either
what
that
I
or
remember.
Condom Square.
Yeah.
It's the same place. It's the same place.
It's the exact same place. It's just that fence in between.
I think Condom Square is more it's more accurate to where I met you.
Yeah.
But I always used to tell them, why did I call it Condom Square? Why did I call it Condom
Most
Square?
bro, both of my parents were here, and I'm a human being alive in the world right now. So I think for obvious reasons.
Yeah, dude.
And it's a square.
For obvious
The
reasons.
square part you can get. The
But
condom
it's so
part
out
I'm
in
sure
the
you can
open.
get.
I don't know if that's where I was conceived, but I mean it's not out of the realm of possibility if you get what I mean.
Yeah, but you will conceive somewhere.
All of us will conceive something.
Just making sure, bro. Shit, guys. So listen, what we're gonna do here is a very special edition of the Dangerzone. So I just want to say shout out to Ollie for making this possible. We've been quiet a bit with the Dangerzone, so I just want to say like I appreciate you pushing the initiative and saying like bring the mic. I got the camera. You know, so once more, bro,
It's all love.
that's fire, kid.
It's all it is.
I'm happy to do this because I get to do something that I enjoy doing, which is talking to artists, getting to know what the artist progression has been like, and getting to know more about the artist, but getting to share that with my audience that like listens to my music, but also people who might not even fuck with my music, but fuck with what KWAAI Media does. You know what I
Get
mean?
you.
And
Which is ultimately more important.
I mean,
Like it's
fuck
dope
yeah.
if people fuck with it. Like it's
Yeah.
cool with you as an artist, but if
Yeah.
people can see the movement, the strides that you're making, and the fact that you're doing it actually for the culture, nah, that's way bigger.
and if you look at the bigger picture, it all ties in. I mean, look at how much you're doing for artists who might not even have a place to record. You know, who might not have a place or a platform to get their work out. I mean,
Yeah.
KWAAI Media is that platform
Okay.
that you've created. So I think, like, on behalf of all artists,
Us here.
artists that aren't even really pushing their stuff, people who are unsure if they are artists, like that, just even having a look at that or being involved in that can give them a lot of credibility that they won't find somewhere else. And if you look at people in positions of power or artists who have made it, who have transcended the grind, as I should say, they aren't really doing much for the people who they used to be.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's a fucking way of living with the people who they used to.
It's profound.
Yeah, very much so, bruh. Because it gives it. Yo, you make me trip on the new season of Loki. I mentioned that earlier. Like all the brothers.
Season 2,
like,
right?
Yeah, like all the brothers is a character, and obviously all the brothers is a snake eating its own tail, and everything goes full circle. What goes around comes around. Blah blah blah. All of that, bro. And I'm just tripping on the fact that you saying that it's like they don't give back to who they used to be, and that's
Exactly.
like. at
It's
the
like
end-
they lost sight of that part,
Yeah.
man. Okay, like I can say, you know, like I don't think anyone is perfect or everyone gets it right, but that can't be the prevailing attitude, man.
Nah, it can't be.
How when you're up, there's no looking around.
But do you ever get artists that message you and ask you like artists that you don't know that ask you for advice? How often does that happen for you?
Not really. I don't think I communicate with
Not
enough artists.
recently, but I mean, like, if you do want to touch on some artists, let's think of KMV back in Claremont, you know, Mash, Masikela, and The Alchemist, and Luigi Sai,
Yeah.
the boys back in Claremont.
That time,
Like,
yeah, way less recently.
if you have been following what the collective has been doing back in beginning of 2019, we put out a K tape, quite a few songs in there. And those are, at the time, those were grade 11 matric boys, you know, and like just being able to learn what they are into, like it's more building blocks for me as an artist.
Okay,
So a lot of the times, like, you go into it with the mindset of the little guy is reaching out to me, or the beginner is reaching out to me, but I was that beginner.
Yeah, but
So like I learn from them just as much as they learn from me. So it's a mutual thing. They put me on, like, if they post my music, someone they know who I don't even know is gonna listen to it. So I try not to even look at it like younger or inexperienced artists are looking, because experience is learning is a non-stop journey. So it's never
Facts.
gonna stop.
And
So
if
we're all inexperienced, because nobody is ever going to be experienced regardless of how good you are. You're just as good as you are. You know.
And like for me, like even if artists don't reach out and ask me for advice, like if I looked at your art, if I experienced it, I'm gonna have some feedback to give you. Most of the time it's extremely positive feedback, or something saying like, yo, why don't you do this? Did you consider maybe doing it that way? Like, I like what you're doing, and I think you maybe have even more potential than what you've actually seen so far. So like I like to, like, how can I say, I will give an unsolicited opinion as well, because I'm also a listener. I never got that I'm also enjoying art.
Right.
Like I don't try to separate myself too much. Like I know when I have to do work, like be in a different, not so much a different role, but a different
Mindset.
portion of what you need to do. But when I listen to music, I'm still a student of the game. I don't feel like I figured too much shit out yet. I like it, like, and I like the fact that someone that's younger than me, older than me, anyone can give me something.
Why?
Give
That
me
was
something
the
to run off of, me something to learn, something to incorporate,
Yeah.
and hopefully pay forward to like someone else again.
Yeah,
So calm,
that was the
calm.
point I was gonna touch on exactly there what you mentioned. So shout out. Now I think you gents sort of hit that one at the park. You kind of answered it very. What's the word? I had the word. I wouldn't say sophisticated. It's a political word, man.
Elegantly or
Eloquently. Eloquently, yeah.
That's the one.
Oh no,
As we
it's very
should, though.
bureaucratic.
Diplomatic. That's the one.
Yeah, that was.
But as we should though.
Listen,
Don't want to step on men's toes too early. We're just getting warmed up.
Dangerzone, you know. But nah, look, I'm happy with what I'm hearing. I think that's dope because for me personally, I'll just be honest with you. I tell artists sometimes I don't smart you or I don't want to help you anymore. I'm just gonna be honest.
It's a
because
tough
you're
one.
not helping yourself.
Yeah, like remember you have to be fair. You have to be fair and respect your own time as well.
Yeah,
Like,
it's my time.
You have to
for
respect
my
your own
art
time.
and my craft. How dare you ask me 5 times the same question?
Okay.
Maybe I'm exaggerating. But once is fine. Twice, I'm gonna start questioning your seriousness. 3 times, I'm going to realize that you're not about this life, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna ask me the same question? And these really people I can say I've never met that have asked me, how do you like a song playing there? How did I do this? And I literally send you how I've done it, step by step. And you say, oh wait, now I give you a brief, and you say the brief don't work. Do you mind sending a step by step? And I do that for you. I set aside my time to do that for you, knowing my bro, time might not be something a lot of people. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. Time might not be something people hold valuable. My time is pussy.
But bro,
Don't fuck
two
with
things on that from my side. Like when you take the horse with the donkey to water, and the water is there and they don't want to drink, how the push can you make it
what
drink?
must you do?
Because I like I said,
Must you choke that thing and force it to
I
drink?
like I
Or
said,
what?
yeah.
And the second thing, sorry for breaking your word, the second thing is what is it that artists like reach out to you for? Is it more like a marketing or
Random things, man. There'll be random things. Me personally, I'll get a guy, like this guy, like I'm saying, reached out for advice on how I got my song on, I think it was MTV. And I think in another brief before that, he asked me, like, I can probably go through my chats. I don't delete my chats. But I'm smart to do that now. I'm not gonna crap their money like it. But like, he will ask me shit, man, like, and it'll be like, when I do this, I do. But there was this one occasion where he asked me about the same thing multiple times after I literally, if it worked for me, the only other thing I can do for you is be your fucking full-time manager, making sure your music sounds the best that it can sound and you actually sound commercially viable with a particular sound that you've made that can get to, you know. And for me to get my song on the platform I got it on, wasn't sure, bruh. It wasn't like 100%. It wasn't like I knew this is gonna get there. I knew in my heart what I'm producing, what I want, where I want it to be. And obviously I have the confidence to get it there. But I didn't know like, okay, that first email I'm gonna get back is gonna be yes. You know what I mean? I'm used to a lot of no's, but in this game. I'm used to a push lot of no's. So to get a yes is the biggest fucking win. So if you ask me like how you got this, I'm gonna give you the blueprint because I don't like another dude to struggle how long I struggled.
That's real, man. That's going back to our earlier first point, you know. Being in a position, even if it's a minimal position, to be able to do something for someone and then getting to the heights that are available to us and eventually reaching those heights and not doing, you know, not paying it forward.
Maybe for me it's even worse than that. I take that approach now with positive or negative situations. Some people go through horrible shit that they know hurt, like they took years to recover from that hurt, and they will see someone else and never share their story. Like, you just want me to also bump my head that exact same way, and you felt that pain.
That's fucked up.
Would you not want me to?
It's a fine line to walk because, like, I also do believe that people learn from their own mistakes. So, like, for example, if you're speaking from a perspective of an adult telling you not to do something or allowing you to do something, a lot of the times they are doing that because they know that it's easy to learn in theory. Like somebody telling you don't do this, I made this mistake. But you actively being able to do something in that moment when you're making that mistake only comes from making the mistake.
I agree completely, and I'm saying, that's why I'm saying it doesn't just stretch like to just music, for instance, the way we saw it.
Yeah,
Like a
it's
stretches to life, man. Like I'm saying, like for good or for bad, if I went through a situation and I don't share it, then why did I even go through that? Like if it's just for you, if that experience dies with you, that's whack.
But I was sorry. It just comes down to that expression. A smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from others'
You
mistakes.
see,
But now I know a bride at work, for example, and this is outside of music, for example. There's bro, I grant him. He's one of my best colleagues at work. But like colleagues at work, redundant. But that's bro. Every time I tell him, bro, just like I was like years ago, thinking I'm gonna like accomplish this and that. Just listen, yeah, bro. Just dumb it down. It's about escalate that, man. You know what I mean?
no, bro, but I also take from what Holly said. Like I also learn through my own mistakes. Like I want to sometimes bump my head also. You could have said it to me, but I always take it like my experience and never gonna be your experience.
That man's like that 24/7.
Nah, you need to like at some point I would say like you probably don't need to, but you can also think sometimes, yeah, let me try a different approach, man. I tried it my way all the time.
The world needs ditch diggers too, man. The world needs ditch
We're not all Saiyans.
No cap, and that man's gonna end up being a ditch digger. No offense, my bro, Lorenzo. I saluted work.
Shout out Renzo.
Shout out Renzo. Shout out to that kid that hip tossed me on the weekend or so.
Shout out to your back also, Lorenzo, because you got hip tossed by some bitch. Why are you thinking? Why are you fucking big bitches with a broke back, man? Anyway, that's another topic.
So someone else got hip tossed as well.
Yeah, that's why when you said that earlier, I told about that, but you can't really. I was laughing.
Is that ironic? Or
Shout out to the judo. Shout out to the judo bitches.
Yeah, man. I was like, maybe I shouldn't grab this one up, but I was kicking like people out of my house this weekend.
No,
That's kind of why.
So tequila.
Okay, but let me say, like, I was hip tossed tastefully. It wasn't on madness. It's not like she was trying to do anything to me, really. She just have that instinct. Like I came to her, gave her like a side up. She hip tossed me, dog. I felt like a feather.
I thought you meant like it's an expression.
Dog, I'm talking about the thing.
Like a monkey look like the KWAAI.
I was behind her, no? Like I reached my arm like this, like a side hug. We were laughing, so I just did that naturally.
And she's just done,
like I think her training just kicked in. Or she could have done it on purpose.
I think she did it on purpose.
That shit was hot though, I am not gonna lie. It was intriguing.
How is your body? Are you alright?
Nah, I'm still fucked up, man. But I'm good enough. I'm functioning. I'm critical but stable. My bro, she threw me onto pavers, dog. Like my coccyx is still a little bit painful, but it's okay. I'll be good.
I'm lucky, bro. We have to weather the storm. It's
only a pain of
I thought you talking about like.
Oh, you thought I meant it figuratively?
Like it's us the hips. But you see it on your house in your west. Oh my god. Oh, and not WWE Ronda Rousey. UFC Ronda.
Yo, speaking about UFC, the ONC Trickers this weekend at the Springbok game.
No.
Yeah, he was like right in the crowd.
I wanted them to just interview him, then he must say, South Africa,
Yeah.
ons weet wat hulle nie weet nie.
Like, it was him and I'm not sure, it could have been Cameron Simon or just one of his friends, another white boy. And then next to him on the other side is Rita Ora and Novak Djokovic. That one is looking at Trickers celebrating the Springboks win like he's from another planet, but they're both white. I don't understand it. I really don't understand.
Nah, but I saw Novak's title was Rita Ora at the thing.
I know why Novak's so surprised. I tell him.
Block his dick taste. Pause.
Dangerzone. Listen, man. I'm tapping on the fact that fuck with you hard I was a figure in Uno Juni.
Why is that man always in the Uno Juni? Like this? Let's actually ask the serious question.
That's pretty funny, man, bro.
That's
and that's
two
like
World
a
Cups,
whole.
that's two World Cups.
How do you do that and blow out your hair, man? That's what I want to know.
But as the Cat Williams. It's a pimp name. Like say the whole thing, if you would.
It's pimping.
Like a Tribe Called Quest, nigga.
Nah, but look here, that man is actually, what is he? Last out of the Springboks team or pimp?
Who's this?
Faf. Is he the last born in the Springboks team? Because he act like the last born.
Nah, he can't be if he was at the last World
He's
Cup.
a grown man.
I think Curtly Arendse or
Hardly or Keenan probably.
I think Mudley or Orange definitely are by age, but I'm talking about like by behavior.
Oh, Goodstuff is definitely the lightest.
No,
he's the last
that's
one.
my bro. I still think Yabun might be the
it's
last
a
one.
best.
Maar
You
bro,
see
also
that
I
nigga?
want
he's
to
aggressive.
Je bent net so best as poes for calling out mensen hoort not stay in Langebaan. That shit just did immediately after
bro.
it happened for obvious reasons. But I just want to say, and if my mommy sees this, I do apologize for the profanity. Je bent net so best poes, my bro. Straight
Yeah,
up. Straight
That
up.
was like what 2 years ago?
I can't respect that, man.
Before I
I
finished.
really can't
My
respect
bro,
that, man.
the way I see it, everyone has had a bad night, dog.
Yeah, but my bro, a bad night of racism, I can't say. I can't say I've had that.
There's no big or small sin, dog.
Maybe
Man had a bad night, my bro.
Maybe it was the
That doesn't
papers.
inherently
So-
mean
so-
he's
so-
a racist. I'm saying
so-
the odds fall heavily
Are
into
you
racist.
saying that he raped a baby? Instead of doing that, it would have been on the same level because my brother.
I never said they're on the same level in terms of what
I
is
don't
fucked
think
up.
YouTube
I just
will allow us
said
to
there's no big or
use that
small.
word.
Which one? Rape, yeah, right.
He said again. You said it again.
You have to forgive me this.
I smelled to demonetize us immediately.
I can't get fucking paid.
Nah, we just edit that out, please.
Yo.
You need that.
just
That thing where they absorb that word.
That's pretty funny. One day when I'm big, they said nope to this video.
I just put that bleep over that.
Yeah, people are just gonna see, yo, what did it just skip now, boy?
But
You got to Piro
yeah, to
immediately.
be fair, I did apologize for the profanity preceding the R word. And
Yeah,
the
nah.
R word is like the bad thing, but that's
Ramaphosa.
something that other people face all the time. Like,
Ramaphosa.
it's, you know, it's not like we're
Yeah.
using it in jest. We really aren't, even though it might be funny. But you know,
I mean, nothing concerning that word is funny, but in the context that you used it in, what I will say is, moving on, there's whole parts just gonna be skipped.
yo, in this push. Sorry, mom.
That's the joy of our podcast, but I imagine if this was live, and the thing is, Joe Biden him still do live
They're
podcasts.
sick.
Oh my
They're
god.
sick for that, man. But anything can spark
Yeah,
something in me
bruh.
that's gonna say
Anything.
something
And you know,
off the cuff.
But like on some real shit though, we're talking about Faf, right? We're talking about yeah, bruh, that bruh really is
So he's the last born.
Yeah, bruh. And then Roger Federer, he hangs Roger Federer. Roger Federer is like, I don't know if I should like go for full hug with this bruh. This on the journey, man. Yo, it was hilarious to me, but that's why I grand Faf, man. I grand our team. But you know, you're right, man. Yeah, but it's a bit. That bruh, what he said there,
Great
was.
player.
Yeah.
Doesn't
My
take
bro.
away from that, but
The thing I like the most about Eben is everyone is irate around him and that man is just smiling at that brother that he already located. He knows.
When is this now?
My bro, if there's a fight on the field,
Oh, yeah.
Eben isn't shouting at anyone.
Yeah.
He's just smiling with his
He's
guys.
a serial killer.
that's like what they used to say
Serial
about Bucky's, that the man prays before every game for the sins he's about to commit.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Bucky's is a
Bucky's
big
supporters.
guy.
Yo,
He
that's
was
a
big
unit.
guy. He was a
That's a
big guy.
unit.
Like-
That man look like a Bucky, man.
Isn't Eben and Bucky's like the same height?
More or less, I would say.
Probably.
Both of
But
them
for
too.
me, Eben looks scarier in the sense of he look like he's like Jason. What's it, Jason Bateman?
Okay, his demeanor
Or
is a
Patrick.
bit scarier, I would say, but Bucky's has a physical,
bigger-
like
Bucky's is
physically
bigger, yeah.
shot.
I don't know,
dog.
like for me, Eben Itzbeth seems like one of those
Patrick Bateman, American
yeah,
Psycho.
yeah. But apart from that, like I fear people who are more quiet and stoic, like
I concur.
naturally, and that's what Bucky's possesses. Like he doesn't have to say
Exactly.
anything for you to know that he's imposing. You know, like. Like obviously I don't know the dude, but I don't feel the same energy or aura from Eben. You wouldn't feel the need to call people ordnance or
I mean,
whatever that was. that he
I
said.
feel like
get
the
that.
idea of him or the identity of him, whereas maybe other lighters don't. They see him as a more fearful force. I don't know.
But they don't know Bucky's.
Yo,
They
but
still don't know
that's
Bucky's.
also the thing, and the tackles got softer now. That time they can clear you. Doesn't matter, no hands, none of that. You can fly.
I just also want to say that yellow card that Sia Kolisi got for the shoulder charges is so stupid because like if two people are coming at pace, how are you gonna wrap your arms around someone in that moment?
I don't know how
Did you-
that was a high tackle.
Did you see the red card that Peter Steph de Toy got against France? I think that was earlier in the year. I'm not sure.
I did not.
Earlier in the year when we played France, no? Like this man, like, they're clearing at the ruck. Now Peter Steph is going to clear, but the person, like, this guy trips over his own player. So he's much lower at the time when Peter Steph actually hit him. Peter Steph was crying because we lost that game.
But head collisions and like neck, it's probably the
Yeah, but like, so I get it, man. Like, it seems harsh, the call, but they amended the rules already. So if it's a yellow, it's a yellow. Like, what can you really do? That's
brave.
everything's softer.
it's soft, yeah. Rappers is soft also. Producers also got soft.
Oh yeah, is that the segue?
Everybody got soft.
It's a segue.
God damn.
So smooth.
That was pretty smooth.
Oh, yeah, maybe I should do this full time. I don't know.
It was greens. What do you want to talk about producers? See this, you bring up producers, good stuff.
Nah, I just said producers went soft.
Yeah.
Why do
Sound
they
like-
always hold the tracks hostage, man?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if
that
you
I wanna
listen
know.
to have you ever like gone to maybe a studio and recorded with a certain producer engineer? They have all the work, it is there, but I always try to make a point of it to get at least a rough copy when I leave, because I don't know if I'm ever going to hear that song again sometimes.
A lot of the Owens is waiting for that post-humous bag.
Yeah,
Posthumous.
I feel you, that Mac Miller, Jerusalem, XXX Tentacion bag.
Honestly, I've never experienced that.
RIP to all those real
But
ones.
salute to all the real ones also, while saying that. There's a lot of real niggas in this game.
What do you mean, the real
In
ones
this-
in the world or the ones watching? Very few
I-
of them watching, I assume.
I can't tell. Nah, I think means
If
that
you
fuck
are
with
the
KWAAI
middle.
Media, there must be real niggas there. Guaranteed.
Appreciate.
You clearly have taste. Clearly have some taste. I don't know about all your redeeming qualities, but that's one for me.
I don't think there's Nayas that follow KWAAI Media. I don't think you guys are Nayas. You're producers, artists. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Nah, but there are some niggas in the game. That's all I wanna say.
By now, they've been listening to this podcast for 9-10 episodes, but if you followed us like throughout the last, I'd say 2 years, as we've been doing this, so it's 5 podcasts a year, which is very pathetic if you ask me, compared to the output I wanted. If I look at what we've done and the behaviors and the sort of people that we've, how can I say, the movement we've ignited, I'm grateful for like the, no pun intended, but the culture that we've managed to sort of make or create.
Of course. And you're facilitating that. Like, for me, that's the one thing that's missing in our music on this side. So like, the platforms are there. You can reach, but like one guy is never gonna reach there. Even if that one guy does go, it's gonna take all of us really to set the scene.
That's what
and
I was gonna
guys
say.
like yourself, there's a lot of guys that I'm really impressed with. The reaction channels is guys
Alright.
that's doing their thing, and like you basically documenting the time that we're living in. That's vital.
Yeah.
You can't deny the impact, because that is going to leave a mark, legacy that you can see over a span of time. This is what these niggas actually came to do.
Quite.
Look at everyone that came out of that time.
Speaking about reaction channels, like, what do you have to do to find somebody unbiased who will just organically review music,
Based off of
you
how.
know, based off the music and not
But-
who the person is? Like,
But okay, like
no names need to be mentioned, but
Wat not goed.
who?
Snot not goed.
It still doesn't ring a bell, man, bro. Still doesn't ring a bell.
I also take it
It
like
probably should have.
South African reacts, man.
I also take it like
What a
reaction channels is vital also.
I think
And my bro.
that's always on the Pengy and promo pass.
Nah, man, that bro's New Zealand wife got genaaid. They're a big
Oh,
in my dreams, but
saucy.
In
Saucy.
your dreams.
Saucy.
and his dead time, his push.
That's a tough one. Sticky one.
Oh, once I'm sorry, but this is my show. Is it?
Do your thing, my bro. Do your thing.
I think that this bro is a push, man. But that's just how I feel about him. And there's a lot of bias that I have based off of how he tried to, for me, break my shit down, man. And like how he had Owens like Diza and another push, and like just people jump on the fact that doesn't have to, man. But yeah, he just had a lot of Owens come at me, not on purpose, but just based off of his review and the reach he had, which
But wouldn't you
I
say
can
it's
respect.
a benefit for you?
I mean,
Like, if you really think about it, like, he actually sent people to go and listen to your stuff that ordinarily would not have, purely based on the fact that he disliked it. So
But
I take it like, you have your opinion, sure, And you can even try and break it down also. Like, even if you're trying to dismantle what I'm busy doing, like you're doing a lot of the work for me.
It's for the sake of continuity also, man. Like, I want people who listen to my shit to be like, okay, what's he gonna do next? I'm gonna listen. You know what I mean? Whether whatever you take out of it, like, whether it be like, oh, this was great, oh, this was a good song, oh, I related to this, oh my word, he rapped though. Whatever you take out of it, that's on you. But if you feel like, okay, this was trash and I won't listen to it because you just trash, then that's cool, but there's a way that you can bash and not be like breaking someone down without bowing someone. Yes. You know what I mean? And I think that he does that to not just me, but like a lot of artists.
I feel you. And that's whack, but there's always gonna be whack
it's
people
kind of like
out there also that does that, man.
Nepotism only, not family. It's nepotism within fakes.
Yeah.
So if I'm a fake, I'm gonna be nepotistic towards another fake because he's family. You know, snakes see snakes as snakes, and they're all snakes.
And I
Snakes
guess you,
snakes
like
are
for me,
snakes.
that's not a cool mentality to have, really. Like, you can have your opinion, sure, and you have the platform to do it. So if you didn't like the track, cool. By all means, but I can't need to pay focus on man, and you can dislike it in a tasteful way without prejudice.
But since
Yeah, you don't have to
since
shut
when
on
do
it.
people who react to music videos solely react to the song? That's what I never got. You reacting to a music video. Don't say, yeah, the music video is dope, but the song. And then you talk about the song, but you're not reacting to the music video. And that to me is what's upsetting because there's
Okay, I get what you're saying. And there's different types of art, there's different types of expression.
There's two art forms, and I, a lot of the times, am the one doing my mixing, mastering, and
Exactly.
my own visuals.
So look at that progression. Look at that, like speak on that.
So for me, it's very upsetting. Yo, but it was very upsetting when you go and you say just the song that, but you don't acknowledge. You say yes, this video is dope. KWAAI Media, these guys, ja, julle moet so oor die ou se musiek praat nie, man. Julle sit woorde oor die ou se musiek. Like to say that, is the fact that you're not even looking at the art, man. You're not breaking down the art for what it is and then going to the audio and listening to the audio, because that's the whole
I think that's also from a lack of capability. You can't break down because you don't understand.
Exactly. You don't know. You can't comprehend beyond what you
lackey.
You have a what's the term? You know, like when you have
Like a threshold.
no, you just want to bust these things. I just think about no, but when you have a
That's
cap.
from 22 Jump Street.
Definitely is.
Is that? Nah, bro. I'm talking about like you have a cap.
Jump Street.
Chart definitely feel.
You have a cap, no. You have a limit, no.
Ooh,
And I feel like these niggas can't see past their own limits.
My bro, and at that point, no, that's what I'm saying, like ultimately it's a compliment for you. Because instead of going and doing something yourself, you're gonna look at what I did and how I did it wrong. But I fucking did it. For better or for worse, I did it, I had fun doing it, and you responding to my shit, dog. I'm not reacting on your shit.
It's very grown, bro. It's very grown way of looking at it.
Yo guys, have you seen the from the concrete Maklera Doughboy, the Makazana, the transition between the first song to Makazana? You seen that?
My bro, that's a cinematic experience.
It's honestly incredible, my bro. And I put a lot of work into conceptualizing my own music so that it paints a picture regardless of what the picture is, and just the way he did it on that song, the background, the summer in the background, the kids,
The singing at the beginning.
the cup and the saucer, you know.
Okay.
Like just
I'll keep that.
visually,
Appreciate that.
it complements the audio
Sonically it matches.
incredibly.
I appreciate you putting it on.
And I didn't really, like I saw Maklera around, Kid and what's this other,
Shout out
this
Kid.
other woman from KLKTV.
KWAAI.
Yeah, KWAAI, like with that movement, and what they're doing is
respect
is
to the work
amazing.
they're doing was
It's
so
amazing.
impressive.
Look at Ups too.
Yeah.
Shout out Yukio.
Shout out the Yams. Ooh, Yams.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Yams.
Still on tower, bro. It's like
She's
5 years
Yams.
later. She's still on tower. Yeah, I'm not sure if
Is
she's
she?
still creating.
She is. She's
I've
she's
heard
currently in Europe.
My
Like
bad.
with some, like I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it seemed like a music school type of thing, like a finishing
I
school
see. School of
buzz.
the arts, I think.
Dog,
But there's quite a few like
she's really talented.
She's amazing.
I remember the Megacy performance. They performed right after us. It was what's the student's name?
Herself, Chinga Time.
And Chinga Time
And Vibes.
And yeah, Vibes. Well, that's together, Vibes and Beatsmith, not Blacksmith, Beatsmith. I can't recall now.
Beatsmith, yeah.
No, it's not Beatsmith. It's an artist. He was actually at UWC. Ironically, that's where I saw him the first time. He performed at the Mr. and Mrs. UWs when we were first year. He was the only artist to perform that night. But you know that movement out of KLKTV, and not to make it racial or whatever, but what I see from the black people from Nyanga, KLKTV, you know, Langa, like music, all of the artists from there, they really stand with each other. They move together, you know.
And that's why, like, I actually wanted to go to his Streku this weekend. Shout out to Bravo as well.
Salute, Bravo.
What he's doing. So I wanted to go to his event. I mean, should just go back for me this weekend. Yeah.
Responsibilities and things, but I want to get to a point where, you know, it's not cool to diss culture. Not you, the other culture. Because everybody's just like champion. Like the songs are all good, but like, why, man? Like make music. Like I don't know if you saw his response.
I want
Keisha.
I want the Owens
to
to make music, man, because the Owens can make beautiful music. Like you can't only channel it into that specific thing. Like why you did it?
Why do how people feel the need to fight and degrade each other when you know when
like, we can accomplish so much more together.
We can accomplish the world together.
I agree.
Quentin Fortune, Billy McCarthy.
But look at the Springbok team, bro. Look at the Springbok team. Our fullbacks were all colored. Our not fullback. Our fullback was colored. Our wings were both colored.
Reserve scrum off too.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Fly off.
Exactly.
Mani Lubbock is a player too for me.
Salute,
man. He's a player
champion.
Too. We got Moodley. But even the players of color, I mean, yes, we're talking about the black community being united in music and the colored community needing to be more united.
I would say not only in music and life,
that
but
actually,
in
life. Like it reminds me of a thread I read on X, and it was not Barry LaRue, if I'm not mistaken, who started the thread, where it was a lot of black people from South Africa saying that colors are racist towards black people, and they were specifically saying in the Western Cape. Now, you know me myself, I'm an Eastern Cape boy. I can't really speak to why they would feel that way, because it's something that they can only see from their perspective. But it's really not that, because it's almost like we weren't in the struggle together and aren't still in the struggle together.
I think it's more from a place of, because I can speak from it, like growing up in the Western Cape and seeing it from a perspective of like, I don't understand why my own colored people don't see themselves as equals or see another dark race as less or inferior. Because to me, it's like we all went through the same struggle, but then another person who's older than me, who's colored, will use the logic of, yeah, but BEE, they'll get a job quicker than me. And
BEE includes us.
But that's the thing, it includes us, but you'll still get a job within, like the person who identifies by race as black will get a job quicker than the person who identifies by race as colored. And it's because of coloreds historically having a middle ground. And so that, therefore, a lot of coloreds will have racism towards believing that we've always been stuck in the middle, and there's sort of just, and I think Goodstuff mentioned that we are second-rate citizens or second-rate people. And at the end of the day, I get that colored people are, I think you mentioned that earlier.
That was me.
You mentioned
it.
And yeah, basically, like, I feel like people are just tired of that. Now, from a Western Cape perspective, even for this bruh, I forgot his name now, to run this political organization where he wants to say that the Western Cape should become its own fucking country, was push funny to me, because you're literally so in your own head that you think that that's a reality that we should have, when but
the last thing we need is more segregation.
Exactly.
The answer isn't more separation.
And as a colored bro, that's what he wants. And I'm thinking to myself, like, my bro,
I know the answer to this.
The problem is now the way things is being run, man. And I am not on the side of people who are like, oh, black people get more opportunities. I'm on the side of fairness, man. And it is unfair that within the Western Cape, Xhosa is not the language that you get taught in school, bruh. And that is a language that is very, very vital towards the progression of everybody within the Western Cape. Because as a colored man to grow up in the Western Cape or a colored woman, you need to be able to communicate with black people. And your inability to communicate shows a divide. And that divide and that inability and that unwillingness to actually mingle or incorporate yourself is what causes division further.
Can I say this? That's eloquently put. But I think like the reason for that separation is like it's like you said, we were fighting the same fight the whole time. But it's like it's easier for me to fight you than to fight that person. You get what I'm saying? It's easier for me to break you down than to break the system down. So
but the system
like,
makes it easier.
I will say like I grew up my entire life in Western Cape. I've loved other places and parts, but like there's racism from both sides. I can guarantee that. I've met a lot of my colored guys that would never ever say a derogatory slur about a black person. Then I've met other colored guys that would definitely do that. That do it like it's not even something. And the exact same would happen in the others. So you get what I'm saying? Like we literally the same, but we're subdividing ourselves so that we don't have to face our bigger issue.
Just look at this. You and I have blood, like actual blood. You grew up mostly in the Western Cape, I grew up mostly in the Eastern Cape.
Yes.
And the reason I asked the question initially is because for me it's unfathomable how you can't see black people as you, because I grew up in the Eastern Cape, I grew up speaking Xhosa. I've gone to Mkidis, I've been in the bush with my boys, I've drank Commando with the Owens out of the case on a Friday after school.
Culture.
So like, to me it's unfathomable. When I arrived here, it felt more of the same because of how many black people are at UWC.
I just think that it's the way it's run. You're sorry to break your word, bro. And remember, Western Cape's the only province not run by the ANC. And a lot of the colored people will say, oh, fuck the ANC. Bro, you blaming the ANC for our problems when we're not even run by the ANC. I mean, when you look at it, I don't get load shedding. I don't get load shedding when white people in Deep River get load shedding. I don't get load shedding in my colored area because I'm not powered by Eskom. I'm powered by Western Province government.
By the city, yeah.
By the city of Cape Town.
That's trippy.
So my thing is, I don't look at things like.
Now do you see we're rather gonna look at it in the sense like, I don't get it, that person gets it, they don't get it, I get it. We're looking at it like that. Why the fuck must any of us get load shedding?
No one
want to, you get what I'm saying? No one want to attack the actual problem, man. No one want to face that. That's like
problem.
Your job, your boss give you cack at work all week, then you go back home and smack your wife.
You can't jump to the top of a ladder.
You get what I'm saying?
You must take
How
steps.
do you go back and smack your wife? But you didn't have the ears to face your boss.
But now you're gonna smack your wife.
You're gonna smack your wife. That's not right.
It's easy.
That's what's happening if you think about it. We're smacking one another instead of just saying, "Oh, wait, man."
It's easy to scream problem and way harder to do solution.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Facts.
That's like Uncle Cedric.
Would I be
Uncle Cedric is a man that will show you, look here, you guys want to wear Miami t-shirts here in Cape Town, then make Mitchell's Plain t-shirts. Instead of shouting and saying, instead of
Mikey's goal, Mikey's hole.
Instead of saying, like, it's easy to point out the problem, man. No one is saying like, okay, I'm gonna make Mitchell's Plain sweaters and sell it.
That's the same brand. I probably said this before. It's the same guy I commented on my TikTok video that went young viral because this girl is chasing me in the streets. I'm sure one of you may have seen it.
No, we don't know. You has TikTok.
I haven't since recently.
Oh yeah, she's chasing me in the streets. And then he did a reshare of it. He was like, my bro, as ek sy was atrapik. Sy's toch dan nice as ek sy is atrapik goose lankal. And I'm checking this firstly, I don't even know if
that's a grown man with a wife.
Just think of that man's style.
That's a grown man with a wife that said that.
You probably
and
saw
daughters, what does that mean?
Bashed around, you know, like that's why he has that attitude.
You tell me I'm
that's
nice
cool.
because I'm posting this and he says it on TikTok.
My bro, had you been the one chasing her, it's a completely different story that we're having. You get what I'm saying? And as a man to not see that part, like, my bro, you did the right thing. You were champion for not engaging on that level. Run away from her.
I actually ran away recording for my own safety.
Exactly. What do you want to do?
I ran away.
You want to put your hands on her and lose everything that you're trying to build for what?
Nah, dog.
Not even lose anything, my bro. Just lose your dignity as a man.
Exactly.
Even my
That's part of everything that you work for.
You see, even my brother didn't want to put their hands on them, my bro, because like she's a chick, and the only way she stopped is she face planted in the road.
Gents, would I be remiss to say we should have a little smoke
Why is
intermission?
Gas so fucking
I mean, if we
good,
need to.
man? Oh, Gas. Damn. I'm in love with Gas. CapCut. Toxic bitches. Yo. You see those little sour sweets with there's like a clear wrapping around it and like white. It looks like a tamaleki line.
Is it like a yellowish wrapping?
Not yellow, it's see-through but with white on it.
I'm trying to recall. You're gonna have to show me.
But that way I'm gonna have to show
That's
you.
what you in love with as well?
I'm in love with that too.
What else?
Jordan 4s,
What else?
dope music, collective.
What else?
But I don't think I need to say that. It's not my job to face you. So,
Okay.
I'm in love with myself too, first and foremost. Yo, I'm too in love with myself. Like I quote myself a few times already. It's like, yo, dog, just gonna
Fuck
relax.
yourself.
Oh my
Go fuck
god.
yourself.
Good stuff. Stop it.
Good stuff. The realest ID.
So,
Oh, sorry.
I didn't like questions.
Are you looking at your prepared remarks again?
These are not even for you guys. It's crazy. Look at, we were talking about jealousy and egos in hip hop. I think we
That's in every sphere of life.
I think I'm at the top of that list. Toxicity and arrogance and all that. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Like, I wish I wasn't that person sometimes, but it's almost like I'm fighting. It's like a constant battle with myself. I'm like, fuck, just be a decent dude, bro. Like, you don't have to be an asshole in every situation.
So why do you think you're an asshole?
Because my bro, I'm not afraid to call someone a puss when they're a puss, or like
Is
say
this
the
just
music.
in general or in music?
No, man, but I'm not even speaking about music at all. As, like just day-to-day interactions. Like, also I feed off your energy. So if you come to me with low energy, you're gonna get that low energy.
Yeah,
Like,
but people are like that, man. I think people are also like that, and the fact that you know yourself in order to give that back, it's actually
I
commendable.
wish I was a nicer guy, a more approachable, a more accommodating person. I really just wish I was like that sometimes. And I mean that sincerely, my bro. Like, a lot of the times, like ego, if you want to take it to ego in hip hop, then it's there, my bro. Then it's up because, like, my bro, I refuse to jump on some Owens tracks. I refuse to, like,
Sorry.
like who can I say, youngster? The perfect example if I were ever afforded a youngster feature, my
Why
bro.
not?
Who's the biggest artist in Cape Town?
Youngster.
Okay,
that facts?
apart from
Biggest rapper.
Yeah.
yeah, who's the biggest colored artist in Cape Town?
Currently, current
Colored
form.
No,
artist.
Ever.
Hip hop
Ever.
artist, yes.
From Cape Town or in?
From Cape Town. Like
AKA?
I can't think of anyone. Okay, yeah, AKA, but
Mega.
I feel like Mega
That one
transcended
don't-
hip hop.
yeah.
He's an artist.
It's just a
Like
straight
a
up
rapper, like
recording
my
artist.
bro, for me.
Rappers, my bro, I think
I'll give you one reason why. One reason why. Goodstuff will remember this. We did our first show, my first ever live show, 2018, beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in Long Street, not a big crowd.
Yo, rinky-dink setup.
I don't even think it was more than 100 people, if I'm being real with you, my bro. Maybe 40, 50 people.
oh, but it
there.
was crazy.
And do you remember running into him after that?
Oh,
On
yeah.
the way to food and
In food, in.
and you know, Claire was there, who he's worked with numerous times, myself as well. Shout out to Claire, by the way, for
Shout
the
out
opportunity
Tank.
she's given us. Shout out Tank Beats.
Salute,
And
respect,
my
Malay.
bro, like, that man couldn't even look at this man and greet him, dog. You know, like, you see we are trying to build something here, you know who you are. And my bro, I'm not looking for a handout. I'm just looking for salute, my bro.
Okay, I'm
You
sorry.
get-
I'm sorry that was the experience because I think it also comes down to the experience. So it's swag, yeah, that was the experience.
But
Like,
my bro, that's
I can
great
gu-
also,
I
you
can
know
guarantee,
that.
I can guarantee you that he will not remember that moment. Because if I imagine myself in his shoes and having had even a fraction of the experiences he's been able to have,
Since then.
like, you know, like how inconsequential is that one moment, but for an up-and-coming artist or someone who's just performing
It's
his
very
first
big.
show,
It's very
you know, that
big.
could have I could have been a different person musically from that moment.
Look,
You know?
Exactly, but
To
that's
add
what
to-
I'm saying.
sorry, so now you go ahead.
Okay, so what I was saying is like, it's like the last time I was trying to work with the other videographer, didn't show up on the day, but we just followed through with the plan. So we ended up just starting to make our own visualizers on that specific day. So even though that the experience might leave a sour taste in the moment, but it propels you to just go and do it on your own then. If you get what I'm saying, like what I'm busy with, what we all busy with is inevitable.
Turning
So
arts to lessons.
it's not down to just one instance, but I use all of those instances to propel and to fine-tune who I am as a man, as an artist, on every sphere. Like any experience, good or bad.
Those are solid building blocks, man. Solid.
And that's perfect. And just to have experience, like my energy was felt even though it wasn't reciprocated. Just says, okay. You also noticed it. You also noticed it's a fucking big deal. That was here.
I think that's dope, bro. Like to also add to what Harley was mentioning with youngsters specifically. Like I can understand where you also coming from because my homie Mickey Mac I was telling about earlier, when he met Young, was through me and I introduced a couple of other homies as well to Youngster. And they will always say like, oh yeah, he introduced us to Youngster. Oh yeah, like because it was a nice experience. Young wasn't a nice. He's always been very, very nice and warm with me. So I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just like the energy I gave him. Like you say, sometimes people feed off of energy. But
it could also have been like, you know, you coming off a high, your first performance. In your mind, me as an individual, I'm a lot bigger than what is actually happening. So it's more of like a place of not insecurity, but like expectation where there shouldn't be expectation. So it could be that, but I'm just thinking of like, yo, just a salute could have, you know, my confidence doesn't need a boost, but if it were to have a boost, that's fucking alter ego for Vegeta.
But with that perspective, 5 years later, would you still not make a song with him then?
I think it extends further than just that moment.
Well, my bro, personally, I wouldn't make a song with somebody if I were him who saw me in that light because of my ego. And my bro, I've already...
Is that your ego or his?
My ego, like me, I'm speaking on me. If I were him, like this is my ego I'm taking with me.
Quiet.
Like, not his ego.
It's really deal.
But, like I've made songs with the Cape Stanners, shout out Cape Stanners, Killer V. You know, the Malibu boys, East River boys. And my
shout out Chess
like they don't feel anything that man has done. Like they don't feel any love he's given their area, even though he like they're not owed that from him. But you know, just sitting with people who really have the bare minimum and connecting with him, it makes me feel I'm more kin to them than I am to him, which is probably obvious given the vast disparity of our careers, you know.
I mean,
I have a question on that topic. Like, where is the border in that, or what is the barrier? Like, why don't the South niggas like working with the North niggas in that sense? Like, northern suburbs, southern suburbs. Like, we literally need to do so much more in terms of access, just to get to that access already. Like, if you look at socio-economic factors from the beginning, huh? Like, and once you're there, like, they will adopt a little stray northern nigga.
Let me ask you this.
But at the end of
why is property more expensive in the north or in the south?
In the south
than it is in the north? For the same reason, it's classism.
Yeah, it's
classism. And with that
classism.
comes a lot of things you need to unlearn if you want to be pure of heart in any, you know, phase of life or anything that you're doing.
Yeah,
like,
I kind of 50% agree with you there.
That's enough for me.
No, but you can finish.
But I'd like to hear your rebuttal with the other 50%.
I also want to hear that.
I just think that the closer you move to the CBD, the closer you get to the southern suburbs, which explains the price. Of
Yeah,
the
Okay, but
obviously.
you don't think growing up in a more affluent area closer to affluent.
What's affluent about Lavendale?
I'm not speaking about Lavendale. I'm just saying like it comes with a different perspective. Like if you go to Kleinvlei, for example,
It's access
they
for
move
me.
different, bro. When I go to
It's access,
when I go to Heideveld and things like that, bro, that's one taxi for the Owens to town. That's two taxis from that side.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
You get what I'm saying?
You can't look at it like classism because I will tell you now, growing up in East River and growing up in Athlone, yes, it's too different. Like I wouldn't be able to excel at music the way I did, maybe to the same degree, but
Where you saying now? Where would you have?
If I was in
you
East River,
You get what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be booming as much as I would have.
You get what I'm saying? And that's not like to knock the fact that you actually worked your ass off to get to wherever you are and where you're going, but you get what I'm saying in terms of access.
Maybe because you aren't reading it in the context that
Yeah,
I'm
that
presenting
you,
it.
yeah.
For example, like someone who's growing up with like closer to town, closer to richer people, that comes with more opportunities naturally. And also, like, what are the chances that somebody who's actually a music manager or whatever from that side is going to go to find talent in, you know, Glenfley or
But
a
I don't
place
think
like
it-
that? No, wait, no, I'm getting there.
Okay,
I'm getting
sorry.
there with regards to the classes. Because when you grow up with more opportunities, your perspective is completely different. Like, I've had the best opportunities that you could possibly have as a child. I've been overseas when I was a kid, you know, I spent 4 months in the, like, that sort of thing. And I've got what I would say is privilege guilt. And the next man wouldn't feel that. The next man would, like, I'm not saying that I'm special in feeling that, but the next man who grew up with those opportunities may
feel that, yeah.
see life differently because they're a different class, or they are akin or adjacent to a different class.
Or they benefit from a different type of lifestyle entirely.
Which changes your
which
mindset.
has to do with the
You know,
classes.
it changes who you are as a person. So I'm not saying that it's deliberate that people are like that, but it is definitely a seed that sprouts into becoming that. You understand what I mean? Like, the more opportunity adjacent you are, you're not going to be relating to the bra that's slumming on the corner there in Glenfley at the shop,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
I
Just
can't
as a-
deny that. I mean, that's a fact. I just think that the person who's in that position, like let's say you grew up in Mandenburg, right? Your parents never moved out of Mandenburg, but you moved to Sherwood Park in Mandenburg. People who live that side will know. I live in Newfields. Yeah. I don't even know Newfields.
Yeah.
Newfields is 1-2 roads away from Manova Park. People move out of Manova Park to Newfields. Right, but
Yeah, but
that's
it's a lot softer in Newfields, like on the
It's-
eye.
it's chill,
If you
yeah,
get what I'm saying, like
but
I
the
can't say too
sweater,
much in
the-
terms of like the life is the exact same,
Yeah.
most probably.
Just like you get the negatives, it's gonna come with positives too, man.
exactly, bro. So what I'm trying to say is like the perspective of the person who, like I'm thinking about one person perspective, right? He moved from being homeless, he likes to talk about being homeless, and now he's buying and selling cars. You know what I mean? From Manova Park to Newfields. So my thing is like salute to that journey, and he has people who are homeless working for him.
Yeah, that's
That's
impressive
so
to see.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That's the one.
nameless, bro. Like, if you had to ask 100 people, random people, if they know about that guy or what his name is, 100 people would probably say no. And if you ask someone, for example, not to name drop rich or special colored, if you ask someone what Chisholm Kobe or fucking one of these dudes are doing,
For the community.
100 people will say yes, they know that person, but the level of giving back isn't the same. You know, we were speaking about this today, like not having any money but still wanting to give that money, not because you want to seem like you're gonna get, like you're just a fucking lesser, but because it's in you. Like, you know, the person who you're giving that last to might need it way more than you'll ever need it in that moment.
But let's tie it back down to that, because you're right there with what you're mentioning. But let's tie it
So
back
I'm
down
gonna
to
say
that.
where I'd like for it to go, because I don't want to be one of those niggas who just points out the flaws in the
Scream
design.
problem.
So where I'd like to go is
Quiet.
like, even in the comments, everyone, let's talk, open that conversation about how are we gonna bridge the divide in that. Because I think if we all strong enough together and I see something else that's happening, like currently there's a lot of artists that's doing big things that's not being seen on the big scale that it should be. But the right people are paying attention,
That's
and it's
so
just about
fucking
us.
wicked, bro. Look at
about
Joburg.
us just
Look at how Joburg artists
synergy,
stand together.
synergy. Like we just need to get there. That's what I want for all of us. Like I don't even care. We don't even have to fuck with one another. Like artistically, man. Let's work. Let's work together, and then we see where this thing goes. Because I take it like I want a lighty from Malibu to just be in high school, not a lighty per se. You know, I'm just saying like a young person. Like if you feel you want to do whatever form of art expression it is, you must know here's these people you can talk to. The structure must be there, and I'm saying Malibu, but like it must be any area. You must have the access. I just want the access for everyone, and then we're gonna come to the quality of your work, and then we can actually see what is what, man. What are we really working with? What are all of our assets, and how are we going to make this as beneficial? Because we all want to work hard for our families. We all have our responsibilities. So let's pool our resources. Let's pool our collective energy, and then do this thing, man.
I agree with that because that's what like Hilda Wood is trying to do in a way, or what I wanted to do with Muffin Man. We talk about workshopping like ideas just to show kids skill sets and things like that, like ways that you can improve on your skill sets. Because it's like I come back to what we mentioned earlier. You don't want to try the same thing I've been trying for years and nobody's shown you, and nobody's shown me a way to do it better. So I'm gonna show you a way to do it better. You know what I mean?
That's the whole reason that KLKTV exists, the collective exists. I mean, the acronym means kings letting knowledge teach vision. We see ourselves as kings. All of us are kings, and we're letting the knowledge teach the vision, not the clout or not what you find cool or whatever. Because at the end of the day, we have to think that we have to know that we aren't going to be here forever, and when we aren't,
we're all gonna
things
die.
have to continue.
Yeah.
If we give or build a platform now for the next generation of the next generation, in 10 15 years, those artists coming up 18 19 year olds in 2033, whatever it may be, they are going to be in a completely different place than we were when we started.
Facts. And I think that we can't also look at like one artist to sort of be that bridge or to build everything. Because I think that, like I'll mention Youngster, I think that it's harsh to look at him to be the light. It's harsh to look at him like that because
it's very harsh, but
he is harsh.
He's the only. He's really like.
You can't help it.
He's the only
You
one
can't
at the
help
top.
it. It's not like he hasn't featured other artists.
100%.
No doubt.
Especially
No one is.
I think about
No one
this.
is. That
I've had
isn't.
this
In, how
conversation.
can I say that isn't in dispute at all? Like no
he's
one is saying
he's
that.
given people
I've
opportunities.
had this conversation with Tembi Sile
Another
couple of-
artist is given opportunities
a
to.
couple of years back about that, and like I do see it from that perspective. It might seem like I'm not because I'm not getting the cosign, or maybe he hasn't heard what we've done before. I'm cool with it looking like that.
Maybe your sound is
But-
different from what he's looking for.
No, I'm not asking for feature. I'm just giving
No, I know what you're saying.
Giving an example.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reference the conversation that I had. But I know myself, and I know myself that if I was there, I'd move different, 100% different.
At
But
that level.
you can't also expect everybody to be you. That's illogical.
That's true.
Everyone
I think
isn't a
it's
Saiyan.
definitely harsh. I'm not gonna deny it or like backtrack what I said because I absolutely mean everything that I said. But I've thought about it from different perspectives. I see it from his too, ironically.
Nah, but that's what this podcast is. This entire podcast is a think piece. It's not like you saying, "Look, I'm Harley. This is what I believe, and you should believe." It's more like, this is his
It's
perspective.
a perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see what
That's
he's
dope.
saying. I take that from it.
That's discourse, man. Like
Yeah.
you need to hear what the next person says and respond, and you need to actually ponder. Like even afterwards, I'll think again about everything that we touched on, because like I like to reflect on a conversation, and then even see the error in my own ways. Hopefully,
But also again,
But I'm right
like
a
I
lot
said,
though.
I've got privilege guilt, so that fuels whatever it is that I'm feeling because I know, I come from a privileged bracket, I have resources, but I've like denied those resources that I have because of my privilege guilt a lot, like
Person would never even say that in your music. A lot of the content is very,
raw.
very bravoso, I would say as well. Very, I wouldn't say brash is very like.
Brash is perfect.
that's
Would
accurate.
you say brash?
It's accurate. It's in your fucking
Brash
face.
is,
I
think it's
It's
who I am.
confrontational.
That's
It's
the thing,
passionate.
Yeah.
Yo, Harleylujah is
get
the
the same-
chosen
I get
one,
the
bro.
same
That's
feeling
why I
from
wear
this
my
stuff
heart on my
as well.
sleeve, my bro, because
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, bro, because like
that's
I
who I
feel
am.
at the
You
level,
should sleep mostly.
yeah,
on the level, like
Gotta flex.
your art, if you're real, your art is going to reflect who you are,
yeah.
and it's even going to reflect who you are at different points in your life in different ways.
no cap in my raps.
Yeah. Nah, I've always said like I feel like all is
That's
one of the most
Hallelujah.
natural.
Hallelujah is the chosen one. Let it be known.
Shout
He's
out,
one of the most
shout
natural.
out Pharrell Williams.
Hallelujah.
Shout out Andre 3000. Shout out Mac Miller.
Oh wait, KWAAI, you know Drake melted his chain down, eh?
Pardon
Which
me?
train?
For the
Drake melted the chain, yeah, but they've
Yeah.
had beef since before. The beef stems from
Yeah,
beef.
that's from the clips.
Clips and
Tea
Weezy.
time, tea time, tea time, tea time. Yo, that's my jam.
T-Town, like I got a couple of shit.
That nigga. Anyway, like I just wanna ask you guys, out of the local artists you could work with, in South Africa, like give me 3 each that you would work with, starting with your good stuff.
I've actually been trying to make the first one happen for a while now. All other O, guaranteed. like
Great,
to work with
amazing
him.
I can
artist,
see
bro.
that.
I'm blessed, like I already
Great
work
artist.
with CCHD, who's
Smokes
one I
and-
would have
Smokes
wanted to
and
work
decaf,
with.
bro. Let's
I
just
work
start
with
there.
Bully, I work with the kid.
What a
like
project.
I work with brilliant artists already, and I'm blessed with that. And their names deserve a fucking mention.
Van Buntas.
Bully from the collective,
From the collective.
the
okay,
Purple Pastor
okay.
himself.
Shout out
Okay.
Darling, shout out Atlantis, shout out Mamre.
And you said CCHD. And you
CCHD,
said
the kid. So those are guys I already work with. I already work with
Okay.
YTTG.
Okay.
So like I'm blessed in that. No? I would say Ola the O. I would like to work with who's the lead singer of Freshly Ground?
but that cheeky.
I would love to work with her.
Okay.
And then who else?
I'm sorry
Oh, I'm tempted.
with that cheeky.
I'm tempted. I'd still say Yams, yeah. Yams is probably my third.
I love that. I love
Yo,
it.
yo.
Hot seats. What
Shout
you
out,
say?
shout out all of the Ome, bro, and
Ah.
Smokes and
He's
decaf.
making-
Respect.
he's
Double
making-
E,
Immense Stewie. Respect.
Yeah, that's
He's making a comeback.
Shout out all the Kayla dogs, man.
2012 is one of those that I don't know if you've listened to it, but it hits me in my soul, bro. That's
I
one-
like 25.
Oh, I still have dreams about that cat.
25. That's the first song I actually heard of him back in like 2018, 19.
I saw him perform there in Northern Lights.
Oh,
That was an
that's
amazing.
dope.
Oh, that's dope. Oh,
But
yeah,
my-
shout out
my
the
three
niggas, man.
artists, fuck. Shoma Josie is definitely one of them.
If
Okay. Dope.
I'd like to hear that song.
Maklera Taupo would be an amazing feature, especially
Nice.
after like the tangent I went on this past week.
Dangerous.
And the other one's Ricky Rick, but R.I.P.
Oh, we.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a verse tailor made for me somewhere, you know.
Believe it.
But I was gonna say me, real ones I'm surrounded, but it's calm. It's calm.
That's too cliche at this point now.
True.
In life.
We three's
So thank you for giving me
three's
those
a few,
ones.
maybe. I'd like another track with Kid Riley as well. That would be fucking dope. Shout out to the Riles Files, man.
What?
That's what that man voiced in one of his tracks.
Oh,
man.
what?
Liam Riley, Kayla Boy. What are yours, Culture?
Me, I'll say AKA.
R.I.P.
Okay, RIP to the dogs, but let's keep it in the realm of possibility,
Possibility,
unless we're gonna do
okay.
the hologram or track AI.
I would do the young feature. Obviously, besides the gents in this room, because we still haven't worked, and I would definitely like to do a song with you. I would like to do a song with Young. There's too much, but I don't know what should mention. Because you said Maklera, I don't want to say the same, but Maklera is
So
dope.
talented.
This Blackie, I'd love to do a song with.
Ooh, I didn't
Yo,
know you were
guys, I'm
talking
actually-
like
I'm gonna
out of
take-
Western Cape. I want to put Blackie there as well.
I'm gonna take out Ricky saying that he's dead. Like that's really unfortunate. But I'm gonna have to go with OJ Makanchalo, the juice man. With that fucking wavy that he is. That man is fucking carrying quite on his shoulders alone here in Cape Town, bro. Who else is
You wanna
watching
make a
that?
song with me, bro?
Yes, man, bro. The two of us were actually at Amazon together. So we
Do you know him like that?
Yes, we met.
Quite.
Before he started making music. I think he was still heavily into the clothes. I know he was.
But
still
he's
into,
heavy
like,
now.
music.
He's heavy with
But
the
he's
music
so talented. Bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would like to work with.
Tandizinto.
I'd like
Okay, man, you know.
I'd like to work with
Chowdas.
Chowdas own world or so.
Chowdas.
Chowdas, I'd definitely like to work with Chowdas.
is
Dog.
quite.
Dope.
Yeah. Like me also, but like there's a lot of Owens like.
T12.
Okay,
Yo,
if-
dog.
Nah,
Giga. I would want to work with Giga for sure.
I would maybe do a music video with Giga, but I don't know about the song with him because I can't hear us on the song.
Okay.
I don't even
But
know
like,
see.
Giga's quiet. Ripsos die man, maar is gevaarlijk.
I don't know.
Nah, but
Is
it's quiet.
that
he's
one
quiet.
we watched the other day, man? Boss Dave.
Oh, you meant die 12 aan de
Slag.
He's so talented.
Giga's
Can't
dope.
find him.
What is the track with you? Have you meant die 12?
That's the one, Boss Dave.
And you know
he's so
he does his
talented.
own videography.
Yes, he does it himself. That's
He's most
that's
likely
his
done that
productions. He's
himself.
dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
He's very. That's what I'm saying. I'll do a video with him because he's fucking.
I get
top
what you're
notch.
saying.
So
Like you
you
don't
was-
see it sonically where the two of you are,
Like, you
but
can
because I know like I'll run Afrikaans, English.
You can, yeah.
I just
Like I can do Afrikaans. I mean, I've got a whole unreleased like track where I'm just jumping on what do you call it? Piano beats. I mean, I'm just doing Afrikaans, bro. You know,
Thank
so,
God they show their true colors. Switched up on the piano.
Yeah.
Roboto.
But my guy, aka
Alright, we-
you know what I'm saying?
But-
He's
How does that
Let's-
do a
let's just-
posthumous diss, man?
Let's just address how that one basically ended Casper with that video for Chica. For what? It's for lemons, no?
Lemonade.
He man nasty.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then Casper still made that fucking clout. I miss you so much, brother song after.
But he gave him the checkmate already, my bro.
It's over. From the grave, my bro.
That man gave him that chat.
That's like that episode of the Boondocks where Granddad goes to his best friend's funeral. Then from the dead, that man just coupling these nuts, my bro. Yeah, how about these nuts? That's one of those.
Even worse, he wore him down first away. He also got sad and emotional. And then he gave him that these nuts.
That's Spoos, man.
After Dust to Dust, what you saying about the cocaine and Kiernan and all that?
It's been 20 minutes, I think. So.
Once again.
Last stretch.
Did you see what Martin was here now?
It's last time.
I didn't think that it would be this introspective and this deep. Like, I didn't think we'd go so deep.
Why, bro?
I really it's not what I expected. It's not what I was.
Nah, it's Dangerzone, bro. When you say Dangerzone, we had locked.
Sorry, I just want to respond to my sister. Bro.
We can talk on though, right?
Yeah?
So yeah, bro. I just want to ask you guys in terms of, okay, I'll ask you locally. What do you think about getting advice from people who are not artists and they don't do the same kind of music? Like, what do you think about
That's where I get
Yes.
most of my advice from.
No.
Yes, dog.
Quiet.
Like you need
Quiet.
someone who's outside to really see like and like if you
Artists
look
are not gonna
at if
listen
you look
to
at how it
music.
is now, like there's people that do biking, but they're brilliant at marketing. So you can learn from someone. You don't need to learn to be a biker,
Quiet.
but you can learn from how they market themselves.
Like artists, like most of my plays come from people who
Yeah.
live like daily lives, 95s. Like artists don't listen to my music. Like I always trip when maybe we drop a song like Happy Birthday to Scary V5 today, by the way. It's 5 years old. Happy Halloween too. But like to hear their perspective, it's always
And
trippy.
like if
It's
you
always
think about
trippy.
it, man, like there's no way that artists can't give you that same perspective that someone outside will have because it evokes something completely different. Like let's say I listen to you, I listen to your cadence, I listen to your delivery. I'm listening to your I'm assessing your technical ability and seeing how you put it together. Whereas someone who's not in the game is gonna listen to it purely from what sounds pleasing to their ear. So they can see it will spark something entirely different in them, even if they don't listen to your music. Like I like to take from like let's say someone with the OnlyFans, for instance. That's next level marketing.
I mean, that's also different.
But the pussy markets itself too.
Yeah,
so it's
But
kind of
yeah.
fair enough, but you still need to do the right things.
true.
You still need to put yourself in the right conversations.
Like a nice
you get what I'm
angle
saying?
picture of the pussy.
Exactly, angles is vital, light,
Yeah.
everything.
But also like in your promo, not giving too much.
Exactly.
So that, but also not giving too little, so that it makes them go and view.
And
Facts,
like
facts.
like I watch I don't watch too many of Mr. Beast's videos, but I like his tutorial videos. Like he's the same like you. He will tell you exactly how to do it if you want to know. There's enough. Like he even put together one that's like almost an hour where he cut it himself. Then he explained to me exactly all of his methods, how he got there. He said that if he had to delete his YouTube, he'll be able to make a million within the first month again.
Okay.
If he had to start over.
And that man is one of the biggest YouTubers, Mr.
He might be the biggest.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, yeah.
Because Mr. Beast, the kids also watch Mr. Beast. That's the thing.
It's like PewDiePie and South Park. and bullshit.
Yeah. So, favorite childhood film? You guys have 10 seconds.
Favorite childhood film?
Yeah.
Lion King. I'm fucking scarred right now in the flesh.
Yeah,
That's not even difficult.
Okay,
That's
okay.
tough.
Yeah.
I don't think 10 seconds. Skip me on that. That's too, like, childhood film. I'm gonna have to think about it, maybe.
What's your
Probably
favorite?
Tarzan then.
Tarzan. Okay,
Yeah.
what's your favorite film right now?
Right now.
I modeled my entire adolescent life around Scar, man. Bro. Killed his own broski. exile these fucking broskies.
Yo, if your siblings with this nigga,
No.
that camera that we're using.
I got two on that one. I would say The Dark Knight Rises
Sure.
and the other guys. That two is.
We're afraid of the dog.
The other guy.
I was born in
Yeah.
it. Molded by it.
Sure. You merely adopted the dog. I wondered what would break first, your body or your soul.
That's when they throw him out of the plane.
Remember that
That's
one?
when he's fighting.
He broke his back.
Oh, fuck.
I just back to what I said the kid.
What's your favorite movie right now?
The Dark Knight.
Oh shit, both of you.
Okay.
Not the Dark Knight.
Joker,
Rises.
he's talking about Joker.
Oh shit, Heath Ledger. R.I.P.
There's not. How can you say Rises over that one?
Pain dog.
My favorite.
No.
Hey bro,
No.
I'm never gonna deny the movie overall. The Dark Knight Rises is better than The Dark Knight. Like
Tell me why.
from like look at the quality of it, my bro. The watch of it entirely, like it's a theatrical masterpiece, my bro.
By the way,
Where that
December.
little, where that kid is singing there at the stadium, and then the whole fucking thing just he
Then
put
I must be a monkey.
he put like explosives into the cement under the stadium, and that thing just falls in
That was a
stages.
heavy
That Braz running with
that
the
was a
ball like that
chassis.
shot. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
That's a chassis.
I think Chris Nolan figured it out much more in that one.
Okay.
Script-wise-
Chris Nolan will always have the justice, like what do you call it, practical effects. Don't get me wrong, visually. And I get what you're saying there. That act of terrorism from Bane was intense. The script for the movie was better, but the way it was played out in the like, let's look at it, man. Batman wasn't forced to face what he isn't in The Dark Knight Rises. He was forced to face what he isn't in The Dark Knight. Do you know what he isn't?
Okay.
Anti-hero.
I see what you're saying.
What? No, he is an anti-hero. What isn't he? He's not a killer. And what was the one choice he was forced to make at the end of The Dark Knight? And this comes down to the crux of who the superhero is, right? Because it's a superhero story. It's like a Superman
Okay,
movie.
you're
He
right.
decided to be the bad guy.
That's
He
the-
even saved Harvey Dent's like
He
his
saved...
image.
No, he actually went to save Rachel.
And in the
Joker
first
fooled him.
place,
No.
Joker fooled him.
I don't mean
in the
terms
first
of-
place,
I don't-
that man,
I
he
don't-
didn't want
I'm
to.
not saying who survived. I'm not saying who he saved in terms
He
of
didn't
who
want to-
survived.
Oh, he took the brand.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
took
didn't
the
want to
brand.
be hit. That guy, no, that stole his neighbor's cattle or something.
Nah, the boatman.
He didn't want
Joker
to.
said,
But I'm saying like earlier in the movie,
Uh-huh.
like while he's still with the League of Shadows, he didn't want to be hit that guy.
Right,
But then he
so-
ended killing a lot of that people there inside. If you get what I'm saying, like Humana said, that's where he had to confront that. And through saving this one person's life, he had to kill more people there. He even thought Ra's al Ghul was also dead.
this is
In Batman, yeah. That's Batman
That's
Begins.
Batman Begins.
Okay,
Yeah,
calm.
that's Batman Begins.
Calm.
But you're making a very vital point there into the character. But nowhere there does he allow anyone to die. Everyone exits his house, then the house falls on top of him, and then. But this is my favorite Batman series. Like the
Yeah, that three,
Chris Nolan.
yeah,
was,
his trilogy is
so
amazing.
I will remember everything because I repeated all the movies, man. Now the house fell on top of him. Cool. That man had to go for. What happened after that? He beat Ra's al Ghul. He beat Ra's al Ghul on the train. The last fight was on the train in that movie. So nowhere there does a person actually die on account of
I see
Batman.
what you're saying.
And on the second movie, on Dark Knight, when Joker tells him, these people are gonna choose like the prisoners
Oh, on the
versus
boat,
the
I
good
see.
people, blow each other up. And he said Batman has to choose, and then Batman proved he can't choose. He would rather like let them choose or them blow. But he also had belief in human like spirit, like they would, in humanity. And he told Joker, these people just proved to you that they aren't what you thought they are. And in saying that, he proved to Joker he's not a killer. He's not this murderer. He can stick to his laurels or
His morals.
yeah,
Or
but
his resolve is strong enough.
and he can still accomplish what he needed to accomplish.
Nah, that's
I
dope.
think that for me is why the Dark Knight. The only reason I can say that Bane maybe is a fucked up villain, and the way it turned out with was it Maria Tate,
With Amanda Tate.
whatever that bitch is. Ra's al Ghul's
Ra's al
daughter.
Ghul's daughter.
That was a most plot
The
twist.
child.
She had
I
to
didn't
die.
see.
She had to die.
She had to die, but I didn't see that coming. I didn't
And
see
what?
that
He
coming.
got her with a knife now.
But my favorite movie right
Oh,
now.
it's like I think
truck.
the truck crashes
Yeah.
crashes in on her.
My favorite movie right now. I'd have to say Many Saints of Newark, just being such a big Soprano fan. For those of you who don't know, it's a prequel to the series. So James Gandolfini, who played Tony Soprano, his son in real life, Michael Gandolfini, plays a young Tony Soprano.
It's crazy.
And, like the facial features, the mannerisms, it just reminds you so much of the Tony Soprano from The Sopranos, or the James Gandolfini acting in The Sopranos, and it just ties everything together. It gives you so much perspective into why certain characters are the way they are. I don't want to spoil the series, but I've never watched anything like Ray Donovan tried to do it. Ray Donovan tried to make a sequel to the series, but it didn't connect the same way The Sopranos did. And also, David Chase is probably one of the greatest writers.
Is Ray Donovan supposed to be a sequel? Sorry.
No, there's Ray Donovan the movie and Ray Donovan. They also tried to make a movie, but The Sopranos did it differently.
Okay.
The Ray Donovan movie came out immediately after the series. The Sopranos series ended in 2006. Many Saints of Newark came out late 2020, early 2021, and it's a prequel.
Wow.
So it precedes the series of The
ridiculous.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
And it's Tony, like James Gandolfini's son playing him. So like there's also, I can't even imagine the pressure on his shoulders having to live up to, his father's portrayal of the role as a younger version.
Christopher Moltisanti's dad must be in there most.
The main character is Dicky Moltisanti. Yes,
Is that the main character?
The story revolves around him and Tony's relationship with him. So it gives a lot of context to Chris Moltisanti's life too. He's actually just born in the movie, and there's a lot of Easter eggs that they give you in the movie that makes a lot in the series make sense.
It's sad how Christopher dies in Sopranos. Spoiler alert.
That alert is after, it's too late.
Because if you think about it, because now you're watching a show about his dad, really, and his dad's supposed to be this hardcore gangster from back in the desert, bruh. Like, I remember how they explained it in the Sopranos. Like, he was the actual boss or something, and then something happened, and then Tony took over or something.
Tony was still very young in the movie. Tony's about 14, 15 in the movie. And what happens is, like, they show the mob from a different perspective, because, like, Dicky's he's worked his way up quite high, but he never becomes a boss. So it shows you, like, the level of pressure for a couple, for example. In The Sopranos, they don't really show you the couple's lives because it goes around, it centers around Tony, who's the boss, So it's nice to see, like, what the capos go through trying to make the boss keep, because essentially that's what it is,
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, Many Saints of Newark.
So yeah, if I have to ask you guys about what we're doing with the collective going forward, what the collective is gonna be sort of giving to the world, I just want to know from a musical perspective, what's in the pipeline.
You're gonna start off, speak about December?
Purple Pasta. I cannot contractually speak on December yet, but what I can confirm is that Purple Pasta is what we will be. That's our main focus going forward. Corbin, aka Bully, it's going to be his first project. So, like, that's where all of our talent is headed right now. That's where we want everyone to focus their attention. Obviously, we have the 10-1 tape. That's out. That's about a month old now, I think. So that's just how can I say, like a trisket for the fans, the real ones that already know what we've been about. And now we just decided, right, laser focus, let's go.
Also, like,
so Bully's up.
Not being able to contractually speak about December, but the same people we're speaking about, the up-and-coming artists and Clay and Flay and all of those places. We're trying to create a platform to bring everyone together, the solution to the problem we were previously discussing. So it's really a blessing to see things starting to materialize now, getting closer to what Collective's manifesto actually is. Living out the manifesto as opposed to it just being spoken word or listened through sonically. It's actually happening. So there's a lot that's happening. I apologize.
Purple Pasta coming soon.
Goodstuff also just started working on his project. I've been working for my project for about 8 weeks now because I scrapped the previous project that was meant to drop this year.
So I was just scrapped the project I worked on like 3 months consecutively.
A lot. Dank is dropping soon too. He's dropping a project with KWAAI, myself, Goodstuff, and Bully, another artist named Cargo. out in the north. Shout out Cargo.
Shout out Cargo.
Shout out the kid. The kid has a project in the pipeline. The kid I think has 2 projects of where he's just sitting on and formulating what is the right way that we're gonna do it and the right time.
Maybe go.
Timing is really important. Like Collective has more than enough art to offer, and like right now it's at the point where it extends so much further than just our art. I think we're just about to start flexing our muscles in terms of what we can offer in terms of access for other artists as well, and really linking more artists with guys like yourself that can just take this thing even further. And like obviously it's just about the timing of it, that's all. And I think right now the timing is perfection.
What's next for KWAAI Media and the culture?
So like I said, I just want to bring back the Dangerzone big time. I want the Dangerzone to continue. I want to get as much people on and do as much like episodes as I can. We're gonna keep doing music videos. We're gonna keep doing like exposure pieces on different platforms, like we did with the soccer. Like I like how Mo invited us to maybe come back with the science peeps. We can maybe do something like that with them. So there are avenues. Yeah, something different avenues we can to explore. But as for the culture, bro, I'm just pushing the project that I dropped now.
The boy you thought
he could fly.
You know? So that for me.
Shout out Waters too.
Shout out all the homies.
All
the homies. But bro, I think it's extremely vital. Like for me, I believe as men, we should compliment one another way more.
And it's never defeat on my feet, gone.
Nah, facts, bro. Like people shouldn't be shy to
be honest, man. Just be honest. Like if you fucking like it, you like it, man.
Yeah, if you don't, you don't, bro.
But you don't have to badmouth me because you don't like it.
But
you can just dislike it or something, bro. That's fine.
So many people like things and keep quiet, man. Like I've also learned that. Like I've got so many close friends.
Pride.
You know, I mean, besides pride, I got a lot of close friends who don't tell me, look, bro, this was a jazz song. But when I go to them, I see all my songs have been played.
You know, I get what you're saying.
They don't tell me, bro, I played your latest song.
It's kind of painful, you know, like in a way, because you my friend. Like I would at least expect a pat on the back of the acknowledgement. You know, like.
I think you know what I think is like. I think it's also like. They've seen your progression, so now they're at the point where they don't think you need that feedback as much. Whereas they're rather gonna give you the plays.
Give me the plays.
Give me the plays for sure. You get what I'm saying? Like they just think that they don't need to physically tell you that it's good anymore. They just feel like, nah, you know it's good already, so it's calm.
Even if you don't fuck with it, the fact that you're still listening, the fact that you still care because we're homies.
Tell me what you don't fuck with. More importantly,
can I? Can I say what I don't fuck with? What I don't fuck with is people that say like. You don't need to use auto-tune and all that, all the boom bap niggas that just want to cry the whole time. They want to rap the verse dead. They want to kill every single beat until it's... Yo,
what the fuck is
what is wrong with waves, my bro?
African reacts that wants you to rap within the color in the lines, dog. What the puss? We drawing the picture ourselves. That one is talking about coloring in the lines.
Bro, that's my whole thing is like that is a small mentality, a small-minded mentality that you will only find in the Western culture.
And most people don't understand the software that they're referring to.
Also, I just want to say, even if you don't fuck with me and you post a just episode of whatever podcast or whatever you think, I'm still gonna watch it, my bro. You push, and if you don't fuck with me, probably my push from your side, but I'm still gonna watch it. So keep posting.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, where do our audience find you guys, on which platforms, and how can they find you?
Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. If you're into Tidal, got it on Tidal. If you're into Deezer, got it on Deezer. Few songs.
All platforms, man. Yeah. TikTok, everywhere, at the Collective.
No time, still airing on MTV, but I mean on Today's Africa, MTV base. So like, watch TV and
shit. With McKay.
Yeah, shout out McKay, shout out my
McKay. Shout out Brun Minnie.
Fucking legend.
Shout out Brun.
Also Tammy the legend.
Yo, shout out to all the dons. All the dons. Shout out C's. Shout out all the dons.
Luto Bad Manners.
Yeah. Oh, shout out Chase. Shout
out Chase. Moozy Chase Williams. Shout out that nigga.
3AM nostalgia. Yo, Moozy's on his shit, bro.
Dog,
I have nothing but fucking admiration.
It's a hard work.
I don't know. We just call him Moozy. His real name
I know
is
Chase.
Chase Williams.
I don't know if it's his real name.
But he's been working.
Yeah, he also performed at the performance we were referring to earlier, the first performance we did.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
That's correct.
Okay, that's
So
years
we've
ago.
been
That's years ago.
we've been working together
And
for
I
years.
also have quite a few tracks together. I remember we performed that Under the Trap. I think Telematic was there.
But I
too,
can
and
hear
quite
you
a few
guys
people.
on the track, yeah. Because
Yeah.
he has a very, very international commercial sound. And I feel like your flow, as local as your accent is, just has this international sound, bro.
I think it's also really because my vocabulary is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
decent. So.
It's, let's be honest, it's because he's the
Sound
chosen
you can
one.
live
So it's gonna sound great, man. Like sonically.
Shout out Pharrell Williams, shout out Andre 3000, Mac Miller.
Hell yeah. Hey yo, this is the Danger Zone. I got my boy Goodstuff. I got my boy Harleylujah, the collective. You know what is up.
Good stuff, the
Kijk,
realest ID.
Pray for me.
you know what's up.
Pray for me.
Hey, I'm the whole damn culture. That's that. Till we see you next time. Thank you very much for joining us. Danger Zone episode 10. We are back. Pagamisa.
Come on.